I know for a fact that if you're a coach, you have had to deal with this at some stage in your journey. So my question is, how do you lead when your friends and family are on a different personal development journey or stage than you? It can be difficult. It can be really difficult. So we're going to dive into this. I'm super excited. If you're a coach, if you're a business owner, if you're someone that is passionate about personal development and you struggle with this, and maybe your friends and family are not on the same stage of personal growth, stick around because we're going to cover exactly this in this video. Let's get going, guys. Guys, welcome along to the Coach's Mindset. My name is Callum, the Kingmaker. It's exciting to have you here. And this is a topic that I'm actually really passionate about. Something that I had to go through. I don't know about you, but in my journey, loss for lack of better term, a lot of friends and family members that as soon as I started going down this personal development journey, they simply couldn't get their head around it. And the person that they liked and the person that they fell in love with transformed. And so they lost that person. And in the process, I think we all move through life and it can be challenging. But as coaches, this is something really real for a lot of people, because as you start going on your personal development journey, you start to unfold. Some people call it evolve. I much prefer the word unfold, and I'll tell you why. Because as life unfolds and you continue to unfold into the greatest version of you, that greatest version of you has always been there. But as you go through life and grow through life, you unfold into the greatest and greater and greater and greater version of yourself. And it's never an evolution, meaning that you're not you anymore. It's been you all along. You're just unfolding this new identity, this greatest version of you. And I think that's very important to make that distinction. So how do you lead when friends and family are on a different path, especially as a coach, right? So I'm going to take you back. I'm going to share a story because I learned this lesson through the story that I'm going to tell you. Well, not through the story, but the story comes from the lesson. For those of you who know me, know that I ran a kids program and I was so passionate about life and I wanted to really transform people and I wanted to change the world. The way that I was doing it, it was very much through speaking about it. I kept talking about the fact that I wanted to change people's life. I wanted to change the world and all that. The thing is, by doing it that way, I actually never really made the difference that I wanted to. It wasn't until I got myself a coach and I thought, you know what, if I'm going to walk this talk and I'm going to walk my walk and not just be a talk, but walk it, I need to create the greatest version of me. And I've always had the same desire for my wife and my kids, and I want them to become the greatest version of themselves. And I remember I decided in maybe 2020, 2019, 2021, somewhere along those lines, that I would set myself a challenge between me and me. And this time I wouldn't talk about it. I would just do it. I wouldn't say to my friends and family, hey, you should do this as well. Hey, you should do this. Because I'm doing it, you should do this. You got to do it. I didn't say any of that. And what I did was actually I just did it and I just kept that commitment between me and me. And ultimately, I just led myself. I led myself to just making sure that I kept my word, knowing that there were going to be people watching and listening and watching what I did, waiting almost for me to fall, me to fail, me to give in, me to validate their thought that, oh, this is scary, this isn't good, it's not going to last. And I think you have those people as well that are watching you, waiting for you to fail. The question is, are you going to let them win with that? Or are you going to potentially be the reason for their life transforming? So anyway, my challenge that I set myself was to run every single day. That particular challenge, I got to 272 days in a row and then I injured myself and I couldn't continue. But I can tell you, this moment, guys, completely changed my life. It was, I can't remember at what point, it was maybe but just past the 100 days in a row of running, that I was in the kitchen doing the dishes. My wife was next to me and I remember so vividly what she said. She said, I know I haven't told you, but I am so proud of you. I'm so inspired that I'm going to start doing this as well. I'm going to go running. I'm going to start running. I'm going to start exercising more. You're inspiring me to do that. Now, I'm very grateful that I'm incredibly lucky that my wife has been my number one support. I was just talking to her the other day. She's just saying there were times when, as you were growing, I was scared because I didn't know if I could keep up. The person that I fell in love with all of a sudden was doing new things, and I didn't know if I was gonna love this new person. Didn't know if this new person was gonna love me, which I think is very important and a very important part if you're going through something like this. And it's a big transition for everyone. But moral of that story is this: I created what I wanted to create all along by leading myself, by unattaching myself from needing the validation and the support and the gratification of people approving of me, in this case my wife. And instead I started leading, and instead I said, you know what, I trust this process. I don't see it fully, but I trust that if I keep going, that if I keep doing this, good things will come, and eventually people will see it. And you know what, at the end of the day, I'm just doing this for me, and I want to become the best that I can. And I know and I trust that when I do that, good things will come. There'll be an abundance of good things coming in my life. In that case with my wife, there was. And I can't say that was with every relationship that I've had, right? Or with every friendship or with every family member, but the ones that count the most to me were like that. And as you grow and as you unfold and as you go on your spiritual journey, mental journey, emotional growth journeys, the hard reality is that you're going to find out who your real friends are. And I know you hear this all the time because it's true. You get to find out who your real friends are, who the people that actually were there for you in the first place, who they were. And it's okay for people to not believe what you believe. It's okay for people not to go on your journey. It's okay for roads to part ways. It's okay. What I would strongly suggest is that you bless people and you hold no energy of resentment and anger or frustration. You just release it and love people no matter what. Because ultimately, it's about your energy. It's about how you carry yourself. There are things that I wish I didn't do, for instance. And do I regret it? If I haven't learned from them, probably yes. But if I've learned from them, probably not, right? So my recommendation, if you're a coach, if you're in personal development, is this: when friends and family are not on the same level or the same stage, or they don't really resonate with this whole personal development thing, it's not your responsibility to carry. It's not yours to carry. The only thing that you have to carry is your own transformation. It's you leading you, is you continuously leading yourself. If you know that this thing is the right thing and you have belief in it, don't give up that belief. Do not give up the belief that you have. You must lead yourself to the threshold of them throwing challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge, which is just manifestation. But the word I'm looking for is the projection of what they have inside of them onto you. Their lack of belief, their lack of trust, their lack of self-confidence in themselves, their lack of believing that they can carry this out. And it's just getting projected onto you because that's what they have. Until you become the person that does something so radically different, that shows them a new way. And then because you led yourself enough, you become a leader in some way for them as well. This is not easy. You've got to let go of the need for validation, reassurance, instant gratification of them, approval from people outside of you. This is how you truly become a leader in your life, when you're more interested in the approval of you between you and you. Don't go about it and be an arrogant, cocky prick about it. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to lead yourself. You got to lead you, and you got to be more interested in your approval of you, in your validation of yourself, in you trusting. It's a trust journey. It's a faith journey to know that, hey, I'm doing this, and the people that I care the most about, they will also follow in their own time, but they are on their own journey, and you need to release that and let it go. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, comments, drop them below. If you haven't hit the notification button, please do so. If you're not in our Facebook group or school community group, let us know. The links are below. We'll look forward to seeing you guys there. My name is Callum, the Kingmaker. Go lead your life and let your journey unfold.